What up, everyone? Nate the Great Reviews back with another review for you guys. Just finished watching Mission Impossible 3 for the very first time on, obviously, 4K Ultra HD. I'm doing basically a ranking of them after I watched Dead Reckoning, which I got tickets for this Monday, even though it doesn't come out till Friday. My movie theater is doing like an early access event, so I'm going to get to see it 4 days before it actually comes out, which is going to be cool. I'll have a review of that out on Tuesday, but obviously it won't be any spoilers. And I'm seeing it again on Friday with my buddy because he really wants to see it. So I did a ranking of 1 and 2. I hadn't seen 3 before, like I said. I have seen Ghost Protocol. That's going to be next, but I don't really remember much of it other than the Burj Khalifa scene. I haven't seen Rogue Nation, and so far Fallout is my favorite, so I can't wait to watch the rest of them on 4K. But I'm just going to start off with the details, all that, excuse me, and then work my way into the review of the movie. Out of all the 3 that I have watched on 4K, this, like, so far, this is the best looking one yet. 1 and 2 looked really good, crisp and clean. But this one just looks better because I think it's a newer movie. Older movies tend to be better, but I think the colorfulness and the HDR and the way the movie is shot, just the style of the movie kind of feels like a Michael Bay movie sometimes, especially that highway scene. But the action scenes just, yet again, pop with color. My favorite scene was Tom Cruise when he's trying to get Rabbit's foot or whatever, and he's in the building and he parachutes out and he's just doing this long drop and you get this breathtaking view of the city. That was one of my favorite, probably my favorite visual moment in the whole movie. And then there's another scene where he's just like a simple shot. It's just him standing on the building, but you get a really good wide shot of the city and the neon lights and everything. It just looks amazing. It looks like this movie just came out today. And then you see how young Tom Cruise is, and you're like, ah, yeah, this was not made in 2023. But all around, I would give it a 10 out of 10 in the 4K side. Dolby Atmos is great. So far, this collection is not disappointing me. I know I sound like a repeat of myself. I don't know all the details about what makes 4K discs so good, but just from watching these movies, man, none of them have been disappointing. They all pack their own punch. But this one, great soundtrack, great score. I love the Mission Impossible theme music, and the Dolby Atmos packs a punch. The bass is awesome. The treble is awesome. It can go really, really loud, and as loud as you crank it, it is still crystal clean audio. It's awesome. It doesn't get foggy or staticky, nothing. There's no complaints in the 4K department. A quick review of the movie. It's not really too much to say. I'm sure all of you have seen it before. I think it is a solid Mission Impossible movie. I think the second one, this one takes itself so goddamn seriously coming after the second one. And the only thing that's bugging me about this trilogy or series or whatever you want to call it so far, like the way that second one ends, Ethan, the first 3 movies is a completely different person every movie. It's so fucking weird. And it's like this off-screen character development we don't see. So we get him and the girl that he rescues at the end of the second one, and they fall in love and they walk away together and they want to be together. And then at the beginning of this movie, he's with a completely different girl. He gets engaged to her. They completely fall in love. She has no idea until the end that he's a spy and all this. But there's no, like, explanation as to what happened with him and the other girl. He's just instantly in this other relationship. Right at the beginning of the movie, they're already together. We don't see them meet each other. It's so fucking weird. And I really wish these first couple of movies did a better job with explaining, you know, what happened to the other love interest. I actually liked her a lot. I thought the actress did a really good job. I liked the both of them. But there's no explanation. One movie, he's happy with a girl, and then it ends, and then the next movie, we're with a different girl. This movie has great action. It has probably, out of the first 3 movies. It has the best emotion, has the best emotional scenes. But I think it's Rebecca Ferguson. Her and Tom Cruise have a really good chemistry. She did a great job in this movie. The villain, his line delivery wasn't the best. He was very like monotone. He didn't really he just had this one distinct tone of voice, and it didn't really change. But the actor, I think, did a good job. Like, his presence was intimidating. He felt like a threat to Tom Cruise. Every time you thought Tom Cruise had the upper hand, this guy came and destroyed him even more than you thought he would. The fight scenes are good. My favorite part of this movie, hands down, is they went back to the spy espionage. You still have a bit of over-the-top shit, like that highway chase scene, like it's kind of like Mission Impossible 2, like that 90s action. But what I think they did better than Mission Impossible 2 was definitely they added more spy elements, a lot more gadgets, a lot more things that Tom Cruise can do instead of just shooting people like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. They did a really good job of mixing those. Sometimes you get action, sometimes you get spy thriller. The second movie was just all action, so I really appreciated they went back to their roots. And I think Mission Impossible is at its best when they combine the both. Fallout has great spy scenes, but at the same time, crazy action. And if we have just one, I mean, the first one pulled it off, but it's just nice to have a variety. And the action in here didn't feel as over the top as the second one. But I do think the second one, I could see myself watching more. I'm not saying it's a better movie. I think this is the better movie. I think this has the better story, the better villain. But like, if I wanted to watch one with a buddy, I would probably throw in the second one, just because it's not as dramatic, and it's kind of you can just sit back and crack open a beer and watch it. You don't really need to be sucked into it. This one, you got to pay more attention to the story. But I mean, I got no problem with a good story. The only thing I found weird was, I thought Lawrence Fishburne's character, like they said in the middle of the movie that he had a call and he was like talking to the villain and he may be in on it. And then we don't really, I might have misunderstood, but I thought he was in on it. It didn't really make any sense, because even Tom Cruise's lawyer goes against him and he's on Fishburne's side, kind of. And at the end of the movie, him and Fishburne talk to each other and kind of everything's all good. Let me know in the comments if I missed something, but I just kind of found that weird, like nothing happened. Maybe Tom Cruise decided, like, I'm not going to try to take him down because, you know, he is the head guy and that's going to cause a lot of commotion. I have no idea. But overall, I would give Mission Impossible 3, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Really solid, entertaining movie. When I'm watching it, I definitely felt like it was brand new. And I was like, oh, they could have done this, he could have done this. And then I was like, okay, Nathan, you got to think. This movie came out in 2002 or whenever it came out. So for the time, I could see why people liked it. It's definitely, like, so far there's been no bad movies in this series. I wouldn't even consider the second one bad. It has, like, spices of Mission Impossible in there, but for the most part, it's just an action movie. But the stunts in that movie are just so fucking fun to watch. If I was bored with the second one and I didn't like it, I would probably call it a bad movie, but I wasn't. I would watch the second one again. I don't see why not. It's just a good time. Yeah, I'm really excited to watch Ghost Protocol. Don't remember that, and I haven't seen Dead Reckoning before. Rogue Nation before, and I haven't seen Dead Reckoning either because it's not fucking out yet. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Mission Impossible movie is, and I think tomorrow I'll have to do like a double feature kind of. In the morning, Ghost Protocol will come out, and then probably like tomorrow, Sunday night, I'll have a Rogue Nation review out for you guys. Let me know if you want me to keep on with this series. I really appreciate all the support. Peace out, homies.